The Trump administration has opposed France's digital taxation. And the reason for that is obvious. It's American corporations that are at the center of the digital economy, or at least an important part of the digital economy. So just let me conclude by saying I think what France is doing is very important, is the right thing. It may not be a high enough tax, but it's at least beginning of a discussion of digital taxation. It is unconscionable that our digital companies, which have become the world's largest, wealthiest companies, are not paying taxes anywhere to the extent that they should. And the mechanisms by which the digital companies have avoided taxation have performed a service for the whole community, international community, because they have exposed the dire deficiencies in our global tax regime. So that is, I think, was opened up the discussion. It's the deficiencies in the digital taxation. But that should just be the beginning of the discussion, because the problems are not just digital taxation. Now we know digital affects everything from the sale of goods. And the problems, I have to say, when I was chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors under President Clinton, I began, you might say, a minor war on this issue. I thought the transfer price system was broken then, and now, 25 years later, it's more broken. And we didn't succeed changing it then, but what is clear and illustrates the nature of the problem, within the United States, we have the problem of allocating corporate revenues in the same way that we have globally. That is to say, companies operate in many of the 50 states, and you have to say, where did the profits originate? No state has ever thought of using the transfer price system. It would be a nightmare. It would destroy trade. So, and it would destroy tax revenue, it would be just inefficient. So we have solved in the United States the problem through this kind of system that we are proposing here, which uses a formulaic approach to the taxation of corporate income within the United States. And what basically we're arguing is that some form of that system ought to be developed globally. And within Europe, there's a discussion basically going in the same direction.